Hello and welcome to the 2.9.3 press build release video. This video is a preview video covering many of the new features of the 2.9.3 update that is coming out very soon. 2.9.3's most important update is seen in completely new space maps for every planet. Screenshots of a couple of these planets don't do them justice, but I want to give everyone the opportunity to explore the maps themselves. The new type of maps include shipyard planets, economic planets, planets with hazards, low-orbit planets, atmospheric planets, and high-orbit planets. These new maps are not only updated in how good they look, but they also include many randomized features. To find the majority of these features, check the objective box on the right side of the map. These randomizations will not always happen and are only on some maps, but from what I have noticed so far, the majority of maps have at least one of these new features, especially if the planet has a lot of significance. One of these new features includes friendly civilians that will help bolster your forces, similar to how they do on ground maps. There are also allied and enemy freighter convoys that will travel through certain maps. When you see them, either help escort them to their hyperspace jump point, or if they are allied with enemy factions, destroy the convoy and their escort, and you will be rewarded with a significant amount of credits based on how big the convoy was and how much of it either you destroyed or safely escorted to the jump point. Build paths have been reintroduced, allowing you to build either an anti-fighter turret, a turbo laser turret, or a special turret that is faction specific. The Empire gets a missile platform, the Black Sun gets a mass driver platform, and the Rebels get an ion cannon platform. From what I have seen so far, the most significant new mechanic are the capturable units around many of the new maps. Once you have engaged the space over a planet and see some space structures on the map, send some units over to the structures to see what you can find. Sometimes you may find capturable units like dreadnoughts or even star destroyers. Perhaps you will find an old trade station that you can capture that will give you high-quality starfighters and gunships. With that being said, you must be quick because the AI is absolutely smart enough to try and capture these free units for themselves as well. Also, please keep in mind that this is an overview video and I'm not going over every individual detail as I want you to enjoy the update when it comes out very soon. You will also sometimes find repair stations that thankfully don't have a tiny area of effect, but rather one that is very large, making them actually useful. Another major new feature is the new tech system for the Empire and the Rebels. Instead of having techs 1, 2, and 3, now there are techs 1, 2, and 3 for 3 different ship types. The 3 ship types are fighters, frigates and corvettes, and then capital ships. I will be making an entirely separate video covering the new tech system in depth, so check that one out when it comes out for all of the information. They added some new creatures to maps such as Minox, which will add to the damage dealt to ships traveling through asteroid fields. There were some new galaxy map changes, mostly for balancing reasons involving starting units and structures, but there were no new planets and one new hyperspace route connecting Mustafar and Sullust Man. They have also replaced all intersections with their own new map. There has also been a major unit cap redistribution. A small part of that has to do with balancing, but the majority of it has to do with the scaling of battles. The issue in previous versions was as you progress through your campaigns, your battles would inevitably get smaller due to the higher tech units having a larger population cap. This has been changed to no longer be a problem, and battles late in campaigns will remain with large fleets. A ship's pop cap is now determined by how strong the ship is and how early the player can research the tech. As per usual with every update, balance changes have been introduced to smoothen out combat. The developers have taken a long look at player feedback and have taken that into account, as well as many developers have taken the time to play the mod themselves to get a solid feel for how the combat currently is. The whole list of balance changes has not been released yet, as it will likely come out when the full update publicly comes out if they decide to make a list. A few of the more minor but awesome changes include new AI behaviors, while they will now sell structures they do not need. The example they gave is the AI will now sell defenses on backline worlds or production facilities on worlds close to the front line. This will make the Galactic map feel more dynamic as the galaxy will be constantly reacting to the changing front lines. The AI will now better micro their fighters and gunships, as well as properly execute hit and runs with their destroyers, as well as tech up more efficiently. There has also been a redistribution of ground unit abilities, and as always, many bug fixes. That will conclude all of the 2.9.3 update information they have given at this time. Sadly, they have not given me a release date for the update quite yet. Be sure to be on the lookout for more videos from me that will cover more of the update and potentially have the public release date in them. If you have any questions, comment them below and I will answer them, or head over to my Discord, which is in the description, if you want to discuss more of the update.